Let me tell you a story about old Salty 65. He's ex-Navy and he's one hell of a guy. You know his stories, they're gonna make you feel alive. So come on and subscribe to old Salty 65.
Hi guys, anyway, well, it's quite cold here today, so I've got the old jacket on. Anyway, I'll tell you, it's another place that I went to, and another place that changed its name. We went to a place called Bangladesh. I think this wind's going to be too much for me. I think it's just override the video. Anyway, they changed it to East Pakistan, so everybody knows where East Pakistan is. But brought back a lot of things about this place for the people. And we were there for 4 days. And in 4 days, I saw one woman. One. And one only. And she was a very, very, very old lady that used to sit outside the main gates of the, I don't know whether it was an open place, just a port where we tied up, and she used to beg. And there was a lot of kids that were professional beggars in this place, and they were bloody good at it too. And this one little kid, well, there was two little kids, I guarantee they were brothers. Anyway, the youngest one of the two used to ride on the back of the old boy, and his legs used to sit on his shoulders, so they sort of fold up, and I sat on his shoulders, now go around and beg and beg and beg. But anyway, we can still remember we gave this kid some, whatever, rupees I think it was, and he walked about 6 paces away from us, and the legs went flick, flick, click, click, and he walked off. They were so good at it because they're professionals and they're trained very young. It's very weird to see it though. But yeah, one woman in the whole of 4 or 5 days that we were there. And we had an open day on the ship. We had to tie everything down that didn't wiggle or wobble. It was sort of chained down, locked down, bolted down, welded down, you name it. And there was a line, I can remember a line of people going, I don't know for how far it went, this line of people, but they were twos, right, 2 people behind each other all the way, and right out in the middle of these group of people we spotted this one blonde-headed guy with dreadlocks. He was blonde. He wasn't a native. He was, turns out, we went and got him, brought him back over the ship, and it turns out he was an Australian hippie. Well, you got to remember, it was back in the 60s. And he was actually whacked off his face, and he was there solely and wholly to get himself rode off. And he was doing a good job of it. But they used to come in up one gangway, down the bottom, out the other gangway, and go. So they didn't really get to see much. I mean, they got to look at the outside of the ship, but everything else was pretty much locked down. But 6 weeks after we left there was a massive storm in the Bay of Bengal, and it went right up through Chittagong and killed literally about 30,000 people right where we were. And we sort of reflected on that down the track, that we'd just been to this particular place where all these people were killed, and it brought the memory back about that old lady sitting there at the front gate who used to beg. I always wondered if she was one of the people that was killed. I'd say she more likely was. But anyway, it's just another story from me. And I've been to other places. We'll get there too. Alright guys, catch you later. I hope it's weird to keep saying before. Alright, catch you later.